the whole book, 9/11 Commission, the 9/11 Commission
Yes.
report. I find it a little awkward that they omitted a lot of your testimony. The only thing they left very little amount of information with respect to your testimony. My main concern is that in your testimony, you stated that Vice President Dick Cheney came into the POEC office at 9:20 when you arrived, and he was already there. He's gone in front of Meet the Press, and he said that he was there at 9:38. Yet the 9/11 Commission report puts him there at 9:58 that morning.
9:58?
Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to read it, but it puts him half an hour later. So I don't mean to ask a rhetorical question, but to the best of your recollection, was Vice President Dick Cheney already there at 9:20 when you arrived?
Yeah, I might have been mistaken on the 9:25, but he was already there. But it wasn't 10.
It was a 9:58. Yeah, that puts him 38 minutes later, which does not make sense to us at all.
No, I don't know how that comes about.
So, and I mean, it goes against your testimony, and it goes against his own testimony. I mean, the press, where he said he was there at 9:38, that's a full 38 minutes. So, to the best of your recollection, he was already there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think you even stated that you also thought that basically he was going through a shot shooting down order with the young man asking him, does the order still stand? Did you recall none of that?
Well, I was not involved in that conversation. I overheard.
Well, it just was that the young man also said the vice president, the order still stands.
I heard that.
And I think what you stated is you actually thought it was a shoot down order when you learned later that in fact that was not the case.
Yeah. Well, when I overheard something about the order still stand,
Right.
So what I thought of was that they had already made the decision to shoot something down. I remember later on when I heard about the Shanksville plane going down, the vice president was right across from me and said, "You think that we shot it down ourselves?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "Let's find out."
Yeah.
So he had someone check with the Pentagon, but we never. That was about maybe let's say 10:30 or so.
Yeah.
And we never heard back from the DOD until probably about 12:30, and they said, "No, we didn't do it." So by that time,
I'm very concerned because I read this whole book, and it's 400 pages of reading, and it took a lot of my time, and I read this book, and I found your public, in watching the video on your Public 9/11 Commission, you mentioned some very important details, these details that we're talking about right now, and yet they were ominously left out of the final 9/11 Commission report. And again, they cut out this whole testimony that you gave on your experience over there, and literally all they left was basically that you had some things to say, and that's about it. And again, time being was the biggest thing that all of us, on my blog anyway, we've been wondering about. So, and I think this letter was written by a gentleman in Los Angeles, and basically that's what he was looking for, was basically an answer to, the best of your recollection, was Vice President Dick Cheney already there, basically sitting comfortable doing his thing prior to your arrival? And I believe you said yes to that.
well, I don't know about being comfortable in the PIOG, but you know,
But he was there.
He was there, yeah.
And 9:20,
And so was Mrs. Cheney.
They were both there.
And there were other staff there in the PIOG.
Because this was prior to any airplane hitting the Pentagon. That seems a little
This was
before Flight 76.
before American Airlines went into the Pentagon.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very
really
much.
appreciate you clarifying this. I really do. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Have you had a chance to add Slade while your testimony was? Have you had a chance to ask Slade while your testimony was omitted from the final report?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.